One of my greatest frustration and insecurity is definitely my nose. Ever since young, it's being one of the talk of the family, friends, relatives. It becomes a big joke. Before, I don't take it seriously. Like, what should I do? Like, it's given, it's God given, it's what I have. But over time, I realized that as Filipino, we all have insecurities with our nose because we want ideal standard of beauty. That's part of being a Filipino. But with the community and how the standard of beauty have evolved over time, it's really hard to keep up. But luckily for us that we are now having technology and advancement in the medical field, especially in um, the aesthetic surgery. It has been a long, long talk to myself. It's been a long deliberation with myself. If I could, I mean, if would I survive? Would I endure the pain? I haven't tried any surgical operations, major surgical operations in my life. So this thing that I have decided kind of scares me also. But good thing that I am required to produce a medical lab results relating to the surgery. So I did that couple of days, actually 1 week prior to the surgery, because that's the only time the clinic would give those prescribed lab tests. Then they are going to check the results if you are physically fit to do the surgery. And the most um, the most important part of the laboratory is they could identify the healing time of your surgery. At least 1 month from the surgery, it could not be any more visible. The bruising, they say actually, it's painless because you are going to be sedated. So I was just worried about, what about after the sedation would wear off? What happens? But actually, they have a couple of medications. We also made a schedule for all those medications. There are medicines good for 1 week, medicines good for 3 days, medicines good for 1 month. That's the longest actually. So it it could properly heal and also to experience less pain. There are a few people who knows about my surgery prior flying here to Cebu, but not all should know. Not all should know. Again, I believe in evil eyes. You know, if you don't want things to get worse, because it's true. Like people don't like people who are planning. There are these people who are so negative about your decisions, about the things that you are bound to do. Not all supports you, but it's okay. I get that a lot. It's actually my decision. It's a personal choice. Again, it was 3 years ago when the surgery option was given to me. So I inquired, based on the previous video, I inquired with the Icon Clinic because that's the main and the most famous surgical clinic as of the moment, with again social media um, promoting it, celebrities promoting it, and we can all see Dr. Yapi's post operation results. They are really, really good. So that's why I first considered the Icon Clinic for having a surgery. And I inquired that 3 years ago during the pandemic. Because again, during the pandemic, we all have our stresses. We did undergo psychological stress. And I realized during the pandemic that life could be fleeting. Like anytime you can be gone. So why not invest on what things that makes you happy? So that was really the mindset during 2020. To be exact, December of 2020, I inquired the Icon Clinic. So Doc Yapi, um, assessed my photos submitted. I was taken three photos: front, the left side, and the right side of the face, so that he could assess um, the whole procedure that could be or should be done for my nose, because we differ from what is going to be fixed on your nose. It should, some would just have the alar plasty, some would have the rhino, and some would have just the tip plasty. But Dr. Yapi said to me that I need to do the three procedure, which I was not also shocked because I really lack bridge. That's for the rhino plasty, and my ala is so hanging, so it should also be um corrected. And also, I don't have tip projection. So, those three operations for the nose was suggested to me by Doc Yapi. Then, here comes the time frame. We talk about the time frame of how many days, weeks, months should I stay in Manila, because the clinic is only in Manila. And he told me that I need to stay in Manila for at least 3 months to heal. And I said, I don't have that much time with my job. Vacation, our summer vacation only lasts less than 2 months. So where will I get the another month if I need to stay for 3 months in Manila? So I really think hard of those time frame. It bothers me a lot because I don't have problem with the three procedures to be done, but it was the time frame. For me, um, I don't have the luxury of time for 3 months to be just staying in the room and healing. So the consideration for Icon Clinic actually lowers down. So 3 years after, I was again interested and asked actually for a schedule for the Icon Clinic with Doc Yappy. But unfortunately, there were no available slots for this year, 2023. The next available slot for the procedure will be on February 2024, which is next year. And I said to myself, I don't have also the luxury of time to wait. I mean, it's a very long time, and maybe I would be changing my mind over time. So that worries me a lot. Actually, I really was excited with Doc Yapina that he will do the procedure because I trust the outputs and the post-operation results of Doc Yapi. But I need to do I need to sacrifice things. That's the first consideration. So that's plan A. So I had this plan B because it was already suggested a couple of times also if I could not really because I tried asking one of Doc Yapi's assistant if she could insert me on those vacant dates within this year. But again, there's no assurance. I need to book flights. I need to reserve accommodation if that would happen. When? I need to find a cheaper plane ticket to and from so that it would be less of a bulk with the financial part because it's very expensive. The operation cost a lot. Plus, you are staying how many days? So that's the reason I did not consider Doc Yapi with him as the first choice. And here goes Juan Nadela, Cebu. We are booked, and tomorrow is my surgery at 9 a.m. and it it's a lot of process. So one of the good thing that Juanadela told me, I just need to stay at least 10 days in Cebu. Then I could go back. But I decided to extend. So I will be staying here for 16 days. Mas mabuti kasi yung mahaba yung time compared sa kinulang ka ng time. So I would not be flying again to Cebu. I mean, that's a lot of stress. So Wanadela offered only 10 days here in Cebu because on the seventh day after the operation, they are going to remove the stitches on the nose and then I will just be taking meds, not really necessarily going to and from um, the clinic. And I booked this accommodation, which is just 5 minute walk to the clinic. The first plan was to bring Mama with me here in the condo because the condo is good for it too. So that she could also help me with the cooking part because you're less likely mobile when you are having the post surgery. So it could take days, and the worst part is going to be the third day. So I decided to let Mama come here with me, but given her job also, she could not be that long away from the island. So we decided that it would be just me traveling here. And also, my friends could not be here because of their work, also. And that's fine. I mean, with technology, we can just do video calls and messenger. Hardest part, I think, for the post operation would be the cooking. That's why we had grocery. We stocked the fridge for at least a week and a couple of days. Don't forget to subscribe on the channel, like and share. If you have questions regarding my surgery, you can just view my videos. I will also be sharing photos and behind the scenes during and after the surgery. So God bless to me and thank you always for supporting. I'm not encouraging people to change what is given to you, but if you find it bothering you and you have the luxury of time, and the finances to change what you don't like in your body, then go ahead. Aesthetic procedures are very common nowadays. So why not? Let's make it normal to enhance ourselves. Again, this is not, I am not changing for other people and for other people's opinion. I am doing this for my satisfaction and my long time insecurity with my nose. Actually, my nose is talented. I could smell you all the way from there. But again, it's, I guess, time to make that change.